All right, 8-5, day one assignment. First off, remember, anytime you have a whole number, put a 1 underneath it. Just get in that habit immediately. Try not to ignore that number. Okay. So, still want to identify the LCD. Number one, simple enough. It's just x minus 2. Now, the difference here is we're going to multiply every single thing by x minus 2. So you want to write small. You can put parentheses if you want. You don't have to because we're going to be crossing out anyway, most of them. So here, that cancels with this. The whole reason we did it was for it to cancel. So don't write 3x times x minus 2. Only thing left is 3x equals. The middle one, nothing cancels, so we just have 1 times or just x minus 2. Plus, the 6 is still there, and that's it. That cancels. So just that. So then we have 3x equals x, 6 minus 2 is 4. Subtract x, divide by 2, and x equals 2. But the problem is, if I plug that in here, it's extraneous. So x can't be 2, even though x is 2. So there's no solution. Right? Now over here, number 2, this factors conveniently to x plus 2, x minus 2, which we already have over there. And that is going to be our LCD. Again, good idea to write this down. And now I'm going to write x plus 2, x minus 2 in tiny spots, or in tiny writing. Sorry, it's on my throat. And then we're just going to start canceling. So here the x minus 2 cancels with that. That leaves those two. Here the x plus 2 cancels with that, leaving just the x minus 2. And here, everything cancels, so that equals negative 4. Now we're going to distribute 3x squared plus 6x plus x minus 2 equals negative 4. So this is going to be 3x squared plus 7x. I'm going to do some factoring here, so I'm going to move this over and add 4. So that's going to give me plus 2 equals 0. And now I'm going to do some factoring. 3x and x has to be 2 and 1, but it has to add up to 7. So 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7. They're both going to be positive, which means when I set these equal to 0, I get negative 1/3 and negative 2. This is a good answer. This one is extraneous, because if I plug in negative 2 right here, I will get 0. All right, here the LCD is simply 3x plus 5. So I'm going to write 3x plus 5 here and 3x plus 5 here. That cancels, so I'm just left with x minus 2. And on this side I have 4 times 3x plus 5. So I get x minus 2 equals 3x plus 20. I like to keep my x's positive, so I'm going to subtract x on there and subtract 20 here. That's going to give me 2x equals negative 22. Divide, I get x equals negative 11. Wait, made a mistake there. It should be 12x. I knew I made a mistake. I said it, but I didn't write it. That should be 12x, which gives me 11x. And flippity-flop, the answer is now negative 2. Okay? And when I check that, it plugs in and it's fine. Good answer. All right. So I need to factor this first. It's x plus 1, x minus 1. I'll show you a little trick on this problem. So the LCD on this one is x plus 1, x minus 1. So I have a little bit, I'm going to go back and erase this even though it was there for you earlier. I need room. So I'm going to write x plus 1, x minus 1. And x plus 1, x minus 1. And x plus 1, x minus 1. Here the x plus 1 cancels. That leaves me 3x times x minus 1. Minus 2. Now, here's the thing. I could write all this, but I want to multiply it anyway, and I already know what it multiplies out to be, so to save myself time, I can just write x squared minus 1, because that's what it was originally. Equals 12, and everything cancels here. So what I have is 3x squared minus 3x minus 2x squared plus 2 equals 12. Combine like terms, that's going to be x squared minus 3x. I know I'm at the factors, I'm going to move this over, subtract 12. I'm doing a few things at once. And now I need to factor. Two numbers that multiply give me 10. That differ by 3. 5 and 2. I want more negatives than positives. That gives me x equals 5 and x equals negative 2. Neither one of those are extraneous. I'm good to go. Okay. So, again, kind of like the previous one, this is going to simply factor to 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3. That is my LCD. So I'm going to multiply every single item here by 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3, and sometimes you gotta get creative, because of spacing. Every single item. The first one, the 5, this is going to cancel, leaving me the 5 and the 2x minus 3. Bring it all down. Plus 4 times the 2x plus 3 equals, everything cancels, 14x plus 3. So I'm going to distribute, double distribute, 10x minus 15. Not equals, I don't know what I'm thinking, plus 8x plus 12. Now equals 14x plus 3. I'm going to combine like terms. I like to keep my x's positive, so I'm going to subtract 14x. I'm going to add 3. That gives me 4x equals 6. X equals 3 over 2. But if I plug that 3 over 2 in right here, I'm going to get 0. So x can't be that. It's extraneous. No solution. Number 6, my LCD is simply the 3 and the x plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to multiply all 3 out. Don't forget that one. Most common mistake. So I'm going to multiply by 3x plus 1. You need the parentheses here. 3 and x plus 1 and 3 and x plus 1. And if it's not, completely neat, as long as you know what it is, it's all that matters. So x plus 1 cancels here. That leaves me the 3 and the 5x. Plus, here the 3 cancels. Now pay attention, I have the 2 and the x plus 1. On the other side, nothing cancels, so I have 3 and the x plus 1. My bad. 3 times 4. So that's 12. Knew something didn't seem right. 3 times 4. So here I have 15x plus 2x plus 2 equals 12x plus 12. Combine, 17x plus 2 equals 12x plus 12. I'm going to subtract 12x, and I'm going to subtract 2. That gives me 5x equals 10, divide by 5, x equals 2. That will not cause a problem, so that is my answer. All right, again, I have a 2 here, so I'm going to put over 1. I need to factor this. X minus 4, x plus 1. That's pretty bad even for me. I already have an x plus 1 here, so my LCD for this one is simply the x minus 4, x plus 1, which I'm going to multiply everything by. X minus 4, x plus 1. X minus 4, x plus 1. X minus 4, x plus 1. Here, everything cancels, leaving me just the negative 3x minus 12. Here, just the x plus 1 cancels, leaving me, be careful, it's a minus 3 times the x minus 4. And on this side, nothing cancels, so I have 2. And now to save myself trouble, because I already know what this multiplies out to be, I'm just going to copy the x squared minus 3x minus 4. I'm saving myself a step there. So on this side, I need to distribute this. So negative 3x minus 12 minus 3x plus 3 equals 2x squared minus 6x minus 8. So on this side, I have negative 6x minus 9 equals 2x squared minus 6x minus 8. I don't know why I wrote 9. Just caught myself making another mistake. Oh, I know, because this looks like a sloppy 1. That's a 4 here. So that should have been plus 12. So in this case, the 12s actually cancel. So I end up with negative 6x. I'm going to move this over by adding 6x, which also makes this disappear. So I end up with 2x squared minus 8 equals 0. So that's 2x squared equals 8. Divided by 2, x squared equals 4, which means x equals plus or minus 2. And that will not give me a 0, so that's my answer. Here you can tell x minus 1 is the LCD. It's the only thing we got. So if I multiply this by x minus 1 and this by x minus 1, everything cancels and I'm just left with this. So I'm going to move everything over to one side. I'm going to subtract the 2x. When I do that, I end up with x squared plus 2 equals 3. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. I get x squared equals 1. So I get the square root of that. So that means x equals 1, x equals negative 1. The reason I'm not writing plus or minus is because this one is actually extra. I won't write no solution because there is a solution. It's negative 1. This one works out. And that's it on that one. Okay, on number 9. LCD for this one is the x minus 3, x plus 1. Going to multiply both sides by x minus 3, x plus 1, x minus 3, x plus 1. Here the x minus 3 cancels. So that leaves me 2 times x plus 1. Here the x plus 1's cancel. That leaves me 3 times x minus 3. Distribute. 2x plus 2 equals 3x minus 9. I'm going to subtract 2x. I'm going to add 9. X equals 11. No problem there. Good to go. And here my LCD is 5x, not 5 times 5x, because the 5x already has the 5. So 5x here, 5x here. Here the 5 cancels, leaving me 2x times x, which right away, that's just 2x squared, equals, that's all going to cancel, x squared minus 5x. I'm going to subtract x squared. That's going to give me x squared equals negative 5x. Well, that doesn't help me, so I need to move this over. X squared plus 5x equals 0. Still not ready to answer this. I need to factor out GCF. It's the only thing I can do. And now I can set these both equal to 0. X equals 0, x equals negative 5. I definitely cannot have x equals 0 because that would give me 0. So that one is extraneous. Negative 5 works, and we're done.